some Moto RBF 600, and this is a .4 racing brake fluid. So first thing, just take your wheel off, take your pads out. It's probably a good time to switch out the pads. These are my pads. They were just feeling a little, they weren't giving me some good, they're not completely gone yet, but I think it's time to go ahead and switch them out. And that's kind of what it looks like. I'm going to push this piston in. So take off the top cap here, and there's a little bladder. And you can see on the inside how much brake fluid. So you don't, when you're doing this, you don't want to let that fluid go down below that air. Whoops. MightyVac pump. And so it's a one-man show. So we're going to give it a go. So I put the old pads back in. I'm going to now push the piston in because we're going to be putting new pads in, so you can see the piston go in, I think. So I'm making more room. You want to do this with the old pads so you're not scratching up your new ones. And you can see how that piston, I'm holding the GoPro with my knee, so I don't know if this is working real well. But right there, you can kind of see how the piston's back in there. So push it in, and then the reservoir, if we go up to here, see it's a little more full. Okay, so the new brake pads, these are the more durable ones versus there's some other pads that are more organic that I guess maybe has a better grip, but I'm in a durability. So you can see how the piston is pushed out. All right, so that's that. I got this white lube lithium grease. Let me know if this is the wrong stuff to use, but I've been using it for just because it's white. All right, so that's, and then these, rotate them around, get it. Okay, so pads are in, got this lubed up. Pins facing inside just so you don't clip it, and pads are be easy to put the brake in. All right, so now for the MightyVac. It's a good inexpensive way to do this. This little nozzle fits on real snug. So you're creating a vacuum. You're gonna pump this thing up. So you're gonna get between 10 and 15. I'm gonna go about 10, and then you're gonna control it with the banjo bolt here. So I've got my 8mm wrench, and we're gonna watch this fluid. So it's sucking. Let's see here. And oh, definitely sucked some fluid in. So you can see where it went down on that line. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill this up. I'm gonna use my dot. .4, a little breather hole. We're gonna add some fluid in there. So basically you're adding new fluid to the old and keeping this thing pumped. So I locked it down, now I'm pumping it up again. And then controlling it with a nut. You can kind of hear it suctioning out. For some reason it's not. Let's see, yeah, it's going down. All right, so I'm just going back between putting 10 to 15 on the pump, and then loosening the banjo bolt, and then sucking the new fluid out of the well, and just keeping this full. I'm kind of keeping it right at that line, that fill line there. So I'm just going back and forth between doing the pressure, so pumping it up. So up at 15, and you hear a little bit of, it's not real dramatic, but you can hear it sucking. And then you can watch it kind of go down. Oop, too much. That's okay. And now you can see the bottom of that. You see it's kind of blackish, so it's good that we're changing this, because it felt like my brakes were kind of soft. They were not real firm, so getting all the yucky stuff out of there. So I just keep going back and forth. I've probably done it 3 or 4 times already, so pretty easy. So that's kind of what my dirty fluid looks like after, and I've got about that much that I pulled through. So let me know if that's not enough, but I got it back down to the line, so I feel like I've got enough. I did that probably 4 or 5 times just to get some new stuff in there. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit more. So far so good.